the Triple Crown Champ, your non-stop shop for wrestling talk. We're talking shoots v works, rookies v vets, and champs v contenders. I am your host, the Triple Crown Champ. Let's get into it. Today, we're talking Friday Night SmackDown on the road to WrestleMania from Chicago, Illinois. The show starts with a raucous crowd of Chicagoans screaming for their hometown hero, CM Punk. Well, it doesn't take very long before their hometown hero appears. CM Punk comes to the ring. Cutting a promo in ring, he says to the audience, "I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to be here." Relating to the medical marvels that saved his life as he was born to bring him into this world. Punk, you're not the only one. Well, it's not long after that he's interrupted, very respectfully, by where Paul asks him dramatically, respectfully, yet very comically, "Punk, what is the favor I owe you?" Paul says, "Look, you don't know what I'm dealing with here. Have you met these Samoans? Have you heard of Sika?" "I've heard of Sika. I've heard of Hafa and Sika." You do not want that smoke, bro." To which CM Punk says to Paul Heyman, "When the big dog and the pyromaniac Elton John show up, I'll let you know." Now, let's talk about Tiffany Stratton stepping her game up, and Charlotte does not like it.
A few moments later.
Apologies. After the disastrous side-by-side promo of 2 weeks ago, Tiffany Stratton came to play. Yes, she did, and she did her homework. Now, this promo was one of those times where you're watching history happen in the moment. Remember that. Is no one going to mention the fact that they're almost wearing the same thing? It's very close. Did they coordinate before? Now, WWE actually took this segment off their social media page. Remember on this channel when I said we're going to be doing shoots versus kayfabs? Well, get ready for a shoot and a half. Charlotte starts the segment by saying, it's irrelevant what Charlotte said, she got smoked. Tiffany rebuttals by saying, your biggest competitor's never been in the ring. It's always been out there. Them. The fans. And that's a battle you'll never win. She tells her, hey, no matter how many titles you win, you'll never be as great as your Hall of Fame daddy, the Nature Boy, styling and profiling Ric Flair. Woo! Charlotte rebuttals by saying, nada. Nothing. The crowd drowns her out. She can't talk. Tiffy says, hey, Charlotte, at 25, you were drinking in your dad's basement. At 25, I'm headlining WrestleMania. This is true. She calls her a Nepo baby. This is true. And the nail in the coffin, and I quote, when I beat you at WrestleMania, you'll be just like you are outside of the ring. Alone. Oh my God! 0 for 3? Charlotte is recently divorced from Andrade, and that has been her third divorce. No kayfabe. To which Charlotte replies, hey Tiffany, is that why Kaiser's in my DMs? Afuera! For those of you who don't know, Ludwig Kaiser and Tiffany Stratton are in a real life relationship, no kayfabe. That is Tiffany Stratton's partner. Charlotte, we don't believe you! We don't believe you! We don't believe you! We don't believe you! We don't believe you. I don't think so. So, now, on to the indefinite hiatus of Kevin Owens. Now, Kevin Owens is a performer that is well loved for his ability to be hated. That's a role he takes on. He does it very well. And we wish him a speedy recovery and quick return to health. On to the debut of Rey Fenix, the brother of Penta, from a place in Mexico I've never really heard of until Mysterio ripped it apart in the last Spider-Man movie. But until then, never quite heard of it. But a hell of a debut it was. A man shouldn't be able to run across the top rope like he's doing a 100-meter dash. That's just insane, right? If I'm being quite honest, dyslexia prevents me from even pronouncing that word. When he entered the ring, he did a move that would suggest any lack of future progeny, and then proceeded to have an absolutely phenomenal match with Nathan Fraser from NXT, one half of the NXT Tag Champions. I told you not to sleep on the Brits! Picked up the victory and went about his day. This brings us to where we left off, or sort of. Seth Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman Reigns are in the ring along with the Advocate, Paul Heyman, discussing what exactly the nature of the favour that is owed to CM Punk is. Surely, Roman, you're smart enough to realise what it is at this point. No? It's pretty obvious, bro. CM Punk has always been a Paul Heyman guy. Ever since Paul Heyman hired him in ECW at the very start of his career. Paul Heyman also looked out for CM Punk when he was in WWE at the very beginning of his WWE career. Paul Heyman and CM Punk are very close friends. However, this has always been more of a shoot angle, not so much kayfabe. A lot of people didn't actually know that. Paul Heyman has been a Brock Lesnar guy, and he has been a Roman Reigns guy. There is one person who is a Paul Heyman guy that Paul Heyman has yet to represent. I believe that this will be the last time we see CM Punk at a WrestleMania. I don't think you're going to see him after this. I don't think he has much left in his career, and I don't think he really wants to go on for much longer. I believe that the reason he is main event in WrestleMania this year is because it is his dream, it will be fulfilled, and then he will retire sometime thereafter. It makes sense that once he walks down that ramp with Paul Heyman by his side as a Paul Heyman guy. That's the favor, Roman. Yep. That was the favor. If you enjoy the content, please hit like and subscribe. Hit the notification as well. It helps to let you know what I'm uploading next. Until then, I've been the Triple Crown King.